Howdy, y'all, friends, family, and neighbors. Welcome back to Southern Style. My name is Jesse Ray Jump, and I'm your host. And today has definitely a more serious tone. I'm going over two of the most controversial events, which, well, I never played a part in, but it was just the day they happened, and my thoughts on them. Which I wrote everything in this notebook when I was 13 years old in 8th grade. Every major event happened in it. And I just found this again the other day. Like, there's literally love letters to girls I was thinking about in 8th grade. There's my thoughts on why certain things should be illegal. Just everything in 8th grade I wrote down in this book. Anyway, today's boot of the day before we get into it is John Deere. I did 5.11s, the 5.11s yesterday. Anyway, let's get into this. Start off February 20th, 2022. It was 6:02 a.m. I had just gotten on the bus, and the driver had the radio on. Now, for whatever reason, when I was in the 7th grade, the summer school driver had the radio on every morning, and it played, he played the same radio station every morning, and, the hosts would talk, and then they'd play Bad Habits, Ed Sheeran, every single day, every single morning for summer school. Anyway, just for whatever reason, 8th grade, my normal bus driver, Mr. W, not his real name, of course, just kind of played the radio when he got to my street, and then when he'd get down to the main street to pick other kids up, he'd turn it off. Anyway, sorry for the interruption. It was the first and only time on the bus for 15 minutes. No, sorry. Radio on. It was the first and only time that year he had turned the radio on, actually, according to this. Those were the words of the radio shocked me. Russia began an invasion of Ukraine. Oh, man. I remember just scribbling this on the bus. I was like, well, World War III started. I might as well record my thoughts on it. World War III happening live. And I put because of the tension as the last few words. I can't understand most of what I put there. I kind of censored it, but here's the actual. I don't know if y'all want to pause and read that or not. Anyways, that's what I think of the war in Iraq. It's already 2 years since the war began. Now, next event I'll talk to you about. This one is straight from memory. June of 2024. Actually, let me get my factual straight. There was a BBC special on in June of 2022, just celebrating Queen Elizabeth's 75th anniversary. There was a train derailment in Munich. That was the first thing it talked about. The BBC talked about a train derailment in Munich, Deutschland. Just right before that, then the Queen Elizabeth, the Elizabeth II segment came on. I don't know why, because she was queen on February 6th, so her 75th anniversary was in February 6th. Sorry, I'm still trying to get factuals here. Hold on, I think I'm getting my dates wrong. So forget everything I just said, because I don't even know what the dates are in my head right now. Anyway, it was a certain point, I was just watching the BBC for some reason. And this was on cable, because it happened at my grandparents' house. And I was just watching, and it talked about a train derailment in Munich, no casualties. And then it talked about Elizabeth II and her, I guess, 70th year on the throne, so that'd be 2022. I just sit and think. I got my laptop here. I'm watching just a random podcast. Subtitles, of course, because I'm recording this. But I had to think about the reign of Elizabeth, and I was like, 70 years. My grandparents were 4 years old when she took the throne. And she's just been through all the crazy change of the mid-20th century to COVID to just everything that's happened so far. 9/11, the Kennedy assassination, the war on terror. She's been the one consistent figure in the world. Now, I was just thinking how influential she was over everything, because she is the longest reigning British monarch in history. I believe it goes Elizabeth II, Victoria, and then George III. The most influential figures in not only English history, but American history. Or not American history, but world history. She is so incredibly influential, widespread. She reigned over 10 other realms. She was considered the queen of 10 other realms and domains. Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Scotland. She's just was one of the most widely recognized figures. I remember on TikTok people were making jokes about how long she lived. She's incredibly influential and inspired a lot of people. And I certainly thought the Queen inspired me. Sorry for that long-ass pause there. Anyways, fast forward to September 4th, 8th. I was sitting in the 9th grade in my English class, Mr. E. History has always been special to me. Mr. E, he was teaching. He thought I was the smartest kid in that class. Because I want to be a college professor, a history professor. That's where my career wants to go. So I got to go to school a lot more, even though I dread it. September 8th, and we just got done watching The Founder about McDonald's, because it was about, we're talking about capitalism, and he thought Ray Kroc was a great example of aggressive capitalism. 77 degrees outside. That is bloody wonderful. Take my readers off. He turns the lights on, and he goes, the BBC has just reported the passing of Queen Elizabeth II. And I swear, my heart went boom. Nothing had ever driven that reaction out of me before. It just went boom. 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 Like an adrenaline rush. And I got just a feeling in my stomach, like, oh my God. I never thought it was, possible. Well, not possible, but I just never thought, I thought Elizabeth II would live to be the oldest person ever at 123 years old. I didn't know she'd die at, how old was she when she did die? I don't know the answer. Got penny loafers on today. I'm gonna lose my redneck card for that. It was crazy, and I'm thinking. Anyways, go ahead, do the outro. Hello, friends, family, neighbors. I'm starting a podcast, and this is episode 1. Don't know why I did the Southern style intro, but I'm not cutting it out because, it just shows how dedicated I am and what a force of habit the Southern style intro has become. Anyways, this is a podcast. It's called Coffee Talks. And 1 episode a week. And we'll get many people on. Next time we're going to talk about YouTube, the early career with Jay, not his real name, of course. I mean, he's retired. He is completely retired from entertainment and YouTube and such. He's retired. Completely. So I'll say have a nice day, y'all, friends, family, and neighbors.